What's up everyone, Al here, and today I wanted to make a video for you guys to kind of just share the things I like, the things I don't like about the Lowrider ST. Now, I got this bike about 4 months ago, and in that time I've ridden it all over the place, in town, freeway speeds. In that time I've had a lot of fun with it. I mean, it's been one of my favorite bikes that I've ever had. So just to give you a little background, I started with a Sportster 883 and it was a great first bike. Loved it. I mean, it really got my wings going in regards to street riding, right? So my friend and I that you've seen in the videos in the past, he had the 48 and I had the 883, and you know, for both of us starting off, it was great. You know, we got the experience we needed and we got going with Harleys. Now, we got to a point where those bikes became a little bit smaller for us, right? We kind of grew out of them. The power wasn't there, the comfort wasn't there, and we felt like we needed to move on to something else. Now, he went ahead and, you know, moved on to a Road Glide Special, and I moved on to a Triumph Bonneville. Now, the Triumph, it was a great bike, had a lot more power than the 883. It was a little more comfortable, but at the end of the day, after owning it for about a year, I got a little bored of it, if you will. I really missed the rumble of the Harley, and I mean, I gotta be honest with you guys, I wasn't really going out with my friend anymore. So when I saw the commercial for the ST, I was just pumped. I mean, incredibly pumped. I saw that bike and I was like, okay, you know, for my height, I'm 5'7". For my height, it's perfect. It's not too heavy. It's not something where I'm not gonna feel uncomfortable, right? And it's got more power. It's got the capability for me to carry some stuff in some bags, right? Which is something we didn't have in the 883. And I mean, I was sold on it. So I got rid of the Bonneville, put my order in for the ST, and I had to wait 6 months for it. So I'm sure people are still waiting for this bike. Now, to start off, some of the things that I like about this bike, well, let's start with the looks. This bike, the fairing, I mean, it is unbelievably beautiful. You can see it coming, and you know it's the ST. There's nothing else like it. The color that I chose, gray, amazing, love it. Next thing that I like about this bike is that it already came with the heavy breather, so that's another plus. A lot of people, you know, in the past have had to add that on, but it already came with it. And it has a 5.1 gallon tank, which of course allows you to go a bit further without having to stop so much, which is something that I just hated on the 883 and my buddy, you know, on the 48 having a smaller tank, which was, you know, quite annoying. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is the comfort. Okay, this motorcycle, it's so comfortable. I mean, smooth as it could be on the streets, on highway, the wind deflection. I mean, I am super comfortable on this motorcycle. It is night and day between what I was riding before, right, to now. The next thing I want to talk about is the responsiveness. As soon as you pull that throttle, you got power. It doesn't matter if you're at a stop, if you're going 30, 60, you know, you're going highway speeds, the power will always be there. Another thing that I want to talk about is the braking period. Oh man, that was really tough for me. So coming out of the dealership, once I got to pick it up after waiting for so long, you know, you have to, according to Harley, the first 500 miles, take it easy, keep it below, I believe it was 3,000 or 3,500 RPM. And it was just so hard. It was hard to keep it below that, just because the bike just wants to go. It's happier being, you know, at higher speeds, and It was really tough, but I got through it, and believe me, as soon as I hit those 500 miles, I really pulled that throttle, and it became, it's so fun. It's hard to explain. Next thing I want to talk about is how lightweight it is. As I mentioned, I'm 5'7". I'm not a big dude, right? And that's why the Street Glide is just a little too much for me, right? I love the comfort of those bikes. It was just too much of a bike for me, and the ST was perfect. It's easier to lean on corners and a lot more nimble in the cities. Some of the negative things that I wanted to touch on was nothing major, but I know a lot of people have had problems with the ring in the headlight, so you just gotta make sure that it's tight. It'll loosen up here and there, but if you put a little bit of resin, and tighten it, it should not move. Another negative thing that I want to talk about, the sitting position, right? So for me, being 5'7", the seating position is okay. It's not uncomfortable or anything like that, but I could make it better, and it's something that I plan to do in the future, which is move the controls from mid to forward. And it's something that, even for me, I feel a little bit like my knees are up, or like my knees are a little bit too high. So I want to go ahead and move my feet a little bit forward. That's going to make it a lot more comfortable. Also, the handlebars, they are a little bit too far for me as well. I want to bring them up a little higher and back. So I'm thinking of switching that out as well. In the future, I'll be posting a video on some of these upgrades and kind of sharing the transformation of the motorcycle. But other than that, it's nothing major. As I mentioned, guys, I'm incredibly excited for all the upgrades that are coming. So make sure to subscribe, hit the like button. If you like this video, let me know down below the things that you like and don't like about your ST, or if you're still waiting for yours. Other than that, guys, ride safe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.